Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Guy Eagle with Renewable Wisdom Trails Cosmology and Library. And for those of you who haven't been around, the library is the accumulation of knowledge that we have gathered, we have field tested, we've decoded for the common wisdom that we can express, and that's renewable into our lifestyles. That doesn't mean it's always in the past, but it means it's present wisdom that's being displayed in everyday activities. And today we're going to start a movement into identifying other types of imprinting that can be limiting to our growth or to our awareness, our expansiveness, and especially coming back into alignment or a relatedness to what we call the first circle. So, contracts is a very big topic, and there's many levels to it. So, I'm going to attempt to start in by identifying, we have it in three categories. We have personal contracts, we have collective contracts, and we have sacred contracts. And we all kind of know the personal ones and the collective ones, although we don't often think about that. If I have a contract to pay my cell phone bill for the collective server or the carrier, that includes a whole bunch of individuals that come together and are supporting that company. I have a personal contract to pay my bill for the time I use on that system. That's a personal contract. I may have a personal contract with my partner about being loyal or monogamous or to go out to dinner, or I may have other kind of contracts. And those are not so limiting, they're just kind of part of a lifestyle of socialization, socializing with people. And the collective contracts usually are about groups of people. So I can have a collective contract with a group of people to go study something. I can have a collective contract with my workplace, my career, to be part of a group of people that are studying specific issues. Like in this case, there's a whole bunch of people worldwide that are studying renewable wisdom, but they call it other things. They call it climate change, or environmental laws, or environmental health, or cultures that actually live in more harmony with the natural world. Those make up a whole group, and many groups of people. And I can have a collective contract with them and a calling to, perform or to offer information to. That's another type of contract. Sacred contracts, that's a hereditary thing. That's usually a genetic thing. And as we've spoken before, there are some studies now that Western sciences have labeled epigenetic transgenerational inheritance is what they call it. It's basically the ancestors that pass on genetic codes. Sometimes they're lessons that have been learned, sometimes they're lessons that never got finished, and they're passed on to the next generation. Those are called sacred contracts. Usually those cannot be broken. They are just locked in systemically to the physical body, and they have to be finished in some form. The way they're acted out isn't as important as the fact that the lesson that holds it together is. Those we call sacred contracts. There's something very special about that. But contracts on a whole, third dimension, we understand it like a legal document that we're signing to participate and to perform on. Fourth dimensional contracts, the way they look is they're a little more esoteric. They're kind of translucent. They look like a tube that connects one form to another, and information is traveling in between, back and forth. Now, some people talk about skills like telepathy and psychic awareness and so forth. And sometimes that can apply to contracts because it is picking up on the information that's traveling in between these tubes. And sometimes it's not traveling in a organized contract, like an organized form, like a tube. It's traveling in the wind. It's traveling in the environment. Like right now we're sitting out, our hosts are all around us, the trees, the sun, the wind. It's a light breeze. And there's information coming in all the time as we're recording this video. And the whole idea of contracts is when it gets really locked into that fourth dimensional place, it can be really disturbing because you can have a focus this way on something and all of a sudden you got this distraction coming in of this other attention. And usually there's a contract there because that information doesn't fit into where you're focused on. And that's another layer of contracts that we're going to break down. And somewhere along the line we have some documentation of some techniques that we will put in the comments or listed below on how to get a hold of them if you're really interested in going after some of those things. So that's probably enough of an introduction, but I don't know if anybody heard that, but we got a woodpecker making sure we hear their sounds. Anyway, for now, check it out, think about it, have the conversation about those things with your friends, and list the comments below, and we'll take it to the next level in the next video. So, as always, go check it out. Might be something to it.